Hi, I'm Anissa. I'm the club finance coordinator, and I'm going to be showing you how to fill out an ER for your club. The ER is how you can spend your club funds. So, if you want to buy snacks for a club meeting or if you need to pay an invoice, this is how you're going to do that. So, you need to fill out one of these ERs every time that you want to use your club funds. So you're going to want to start out on your club budget tracker. This is what it looks like. Every club gets one of these, and you can access this through the budget coordinator's team. If you don't have access to your budget tracker, then email the club finance coordinator at clubs.finance@ww.edu, and we can help you out with that. So this is what the budget tracker looks like. This up here shouldn't be a number, just be a regular number. This is your budget code. It's always going to be used in conjunction with the FX Club, but your unique code is right here. You're going to need that for the form. How you're going to open up a new form is by using this link right here. And another thing that is important is to make sure that you have funds in your account, so you can check this number right here. Um, your ER won't get approved if you don't have the money to pay for it. And when you open up this new ER, you're going to want to start up here at the top, and this is where you can select what kind of payment that you're doing. So some of the options that you have are student reimbursement. This is if like an officer of your club is going to buy snacks for the meeting on their own personal card, and then they want to get a check mailed to them to be reimbursed through the club funds. You're going to select this option. You can also check out AP card. So basically what this is like a debit card where you have your club funds on it. You can take it to the grocery store, purchase the items just like you would with like a gift card, and then return it back to the finance office in the VU, and it'll just deduct from your club account. You can also do hold check. Like it says right here, this is for performer contracts only. You can mail check to address if you're um, paying like an invoice, for example, and they give you an address to send the check to. You can use this option. You can also do an open order, which is what you're going to use if you're doing an order with another office on campus, such as the Publicity Center or the bookstore. You can also do university credit card, and basically with this option, you're going to put a link of everything that you want to purchase. For example, if it's on Amazon, link everything you want to get on Amazon with the sizes and colors and quantity. And then the finance office will place that order for you and ship it to their office and on the fifth floor of the VU. So those are your options there. I'm going to go through filling out an ER as if I'm doing a student reimbursement for buying snacks and pizza for my club meeting. So up here at the top, I'm going to want to put my name. And for reimbursements, you need to put your address. This is so that way they can send you the check. So make sure you put where you're living currently, where you want the check sent to, not your permanent home address. Also, make sure to put your W number here. I'll just put that, and your email, your contact information. You put the website here if you're purchasing something from a website. So, for example, if you're buying things from Amazon, you'll put that there. If you're just doing a reimbursement and you're purchasing items at a store, you don't need to put the website here. If you're not doing a reimbursement, you don't need the address information. This is only if you're doing a reimbursement. So in that case, you just put where the payment is going to. Here's where you're going to put what you're purchasing. It doesn't need to be super specific. You don't need to list out exactly, like if you're getting candy, you don't need to list out every single kind of candy you get. You can just put 3 for the quantity and then put candy here. Okay, and then this number will generate based on what the total is. You can take this number right here and just copy that right here. That's how much you'll be spending. This is always going to be FX Club, and then you're going to put your activity code here, which I mentioned is right here. This is your ASB code. So one, and then here you're going to just select what's the closest thing to what you're buying. In this case, I'm going to put food not paid for by attendees. And then normally the form is pretty short. If you are having food or beverage items, even if it's prepackaged food or drinks, you must select yes here and it will pop up some additional information to fill out. So in this case, I will have to fill this out since my um, ER does include food. And then here you can just put a little blurb about what you're buying. So buying something like that. And then just make sure to read through all this information. And if you have any questions about this and you want to make sure that you're following policy, then feel free to reach out to the club coordinator's email. There's a lot of links on here that you can click through to get more information about what these mean. And just make sure to fill out all this information. So yeah, the most of this is pretty straightforward, but again, if you have any questions, go ahead and just reach out to us and we can help you with that. And as you see, like as I'm clicking through some of these, new options will pop up to fill out, so just make sure you're going through all of that and filling it out. If you're providing food that's over $200 total, you need to get a catering exemption. That form is right here. So make sure that you fill that out before doing this ER. In most cases, you probably won't need to do that unless you're having a big event, but if you are, make sure to do that. Here, you're just going to put your club name, meeting, and then you put your information here. Yeah, and just make sure to fill out all of this. I'm just going to put some stuff in here so I can submit the form. You don't need to fill out this information. Our office will take care of that. If you're doing a reimbursement, you always need to come down here and use the attach button and then attach a copy of the receipt. It needs to be an itemized receipt, which means that it needs to show what it is you purchased and how much each item was. If you are buying something online and you get an email confirmation, that's fine. You can just screenshot that and attach it here, but just make sure you have that anytime you're doing a reimbursement. If you're doing a P card, you'll have to update your form after you make your purchase with the receipt. So just make sure to do that. And then when you're selecting who you're going to be sending this to, you'll be sending it to Donna Wilson. So once you submit that form, you'll see this thank you note with a link to access the form again. When you see that, click that link. And up here, a number is going to generate. That's the your ER number. So what you're going to want to do is hyperlink this on your budget tracker. So you can copy this code, go to your budget tracker, and just link that right here. And then copy the link. And you're going to use this button right here, the link option, and it will let you put in an address. So that's what that looks like. And then whenever I click on that, it'll open back up to my submission. This is important because it helps to keep track of your ERs, what you're submitting, in case it doesn't get approved or it gets lost. Then everybody can continue to access this. So make sure you do that. And it also helps keep your budget tracker up to date so you know exactly how much or how many funds you have in your account. And then you can just go ahead and fill out this information. So yeah, and then don't worry about this last column. The finance coordinator will take care of that. But that's how you fill out an ER. If you have any questions about the form or if you're having any trouble, you can reach out to clubs.finance@ww.edu, or if you type Club Finance Coordinator in the search bar on Outlook, it should pop up. But if you reach out, we'd be happy to help you with the form.